At least 18 French soldiers who signed an open letter warning of the risk of civil war in France are due to face military court. The letter was published in a right-wing magazine last week and was signed by around 1,000 servicemen and some retired generals. The document blamed fanatics for creating divisions between communities. The French government has condemned the letter, while the far-right leader, Marine Le Pen, has spoken out in support of the former generals. Well, let's go live to Paris and get the details from our correspondent, Francis Collins. Tell us more, Francis. What's the background to the story? Do we know why they wrote it?
It really is quite an incredible tale, which has got a lot of relevance to past French history. But this was a right-wing magazine called Valeurs Actuelles. The letter was published last week, and that coincided with the 60th anniversary of a coup attempt against Charles de Gaulle, former president. This is over Algerian independence. That was supported at the time by a soldier called Jean-Marie Le Pen, who started the National Front, and his daughter, you just mentioned, Marine Le Pen, leads the National Rally, who is at the moment in polls quite level pegging with President Macron. But it's the wording of the letter that's caused such disquiet, because there's statements in there like dangers of Islamism, the hordes from the banlieue. The banlieue are the suburbs outside the major cities in Paris, the housing projects. They speak of lax government policies that's going to result in chaos. And then there was effectively a call for, to use a French phrase, a coup d'etat, because they were talking about the intervention of our comrades on active duty in a perilous mission for the protection of civilized values. And as you say, 80 generals, many of them retired, but 18 serving officers signed this open letter. It's caused enormous disquiet since it came out last week, and then it was picked up by the mainstream French press 2 or 3 days ago, and now the government and the military are starting to react.
Yeah, what's been the reaction?
Well, effectively, when it first came out, the Defence Ministry were very quick to say, we're talking about Florence Parly, the Defence Minister. She spoke of generals who were in their slippers, because there are some retired names, well-known names like Christian Piquemal, who's the former head of the French Foreign Legion, retired as gendarmerie police officer, Jean-Pierre Fabre, Bernard Dac. They were on the letter. They're retired. So they were playing it down in that respect. But at the same time, over the last few hours, there's been statements from General Francois Leconte, who's head of the army, the chief of staff. He's talking about military courts. He's effectively talking about retiring people, disciplining people, to use another French phrase, court-martialing people who have added their name to this call to arms to pressurise the government to do something which they see as a problem, which they see as a threat to Republican values. It's been dismissed by the government. It's seen as a little bit of a joke, but it does add to the tension slightly as we run up to the next presidential election in a year's time.
Francis Collins, thank you.